welcome to another one of our spectacular arts and craft Halloween workshops. Hope you're going to enjoy this one as much as you enjoyed the last one. This time we're going to make a Hocus Pocus Spell Book, just like this one. And if you want even, you can have the eye light up. Now, it's easy to make, just follow me. What you need to start off with is a book, just any kind of hardback book. This one I got out of just one of the pound shops. It's a diary, and the thing is, if you use a diary, you can actually use it, or a notebook, or you can put your own spells in it, or you can put your recipes in it. So you just don't have to use it for Halloween. You can use it all year round if you're spooky enough. But just start off with a hardback book. It doesn't have to be a thin one like this. If you want to do a thicker book, that's fine, but as long as it has a hard back to work on. Soft backs are no use. So you start off with one of these, to say cheap enough, pound in the pound shop. Then what you need is tissue paper. Now, it doesn't matter what colour of tissue paper, and again, this was out of a craft shop, under £1, and you can get all different colours you can use, but for this we're going to be painting on top of it, so it doesn't really matter what colour it is, but that's what you're going to need to use first. Now, what we do first is we start off, we take some of our tissue paper and just use a pair of scissors. If you have an adult with you and you need help doing this bit, just get them to cut strips of the tissue paper like this, just to start you off. Straightforward enough. And then you can just either tear pieces off like this or cut them with the scissors, but it tears really easily, so you wouldn't even really need scissors to cut it at all. So when you've tore up lots of pieces like this, gather up lots of little pieces, what you do is you get yourself some PVA glue. Now, you can put a little drip of water in it if it's very, very thick, but don't make it too watery because you don't want the paper just dripping on you. So what you do is you get your tissue paper and you just put on your PVA glue all over the back on one side. And what you want this to look either like an old leathery book or like skin, like old skin. So you put it down on top and you just push it in with your fingers, just wrinkle it in. Don't put it nice and flat and smooth. You don't want it flat and smooth. You want it wrinkly. And don't worry if there's any little tears, because you're going to need maybe 2 layers of this on top, one on top of the other, before you can start painting. So just keep doing that. Keep building up with your PVA glue and your tissue paper. And just bit by bit, try and cover the entire book. As I say, make it nice and wrinkly. The wrinklier, the better. And then if you keep going, as you'll see on this side, this is dry. I've done it with the green, but as we're painting it, so it doesn't matter about the colour. So you get a nice, dry, hard finish. Now, it dries pretty quick. It dries in an hour or two, especially if you have it beside a heater or something, and then you can keep working on it. But you can see here, I've worked 2 layers on top. So when you've done 2 layers on top like this, you can start putting different things on to get your effects like this. So you can see here we have this, we've used string here, and this gives us the effect of stitches, like the skin has been stitched together, and that's just ordinary string. So what we do next is we get some string and we just cut a piece off, a long piece of string like so, and I actually doubled it up, so just to make it that little bit thicker so you could see it better. So long piece of string, double it up. Again, PVA, just find out whereabouts on your book you want to put it, and just put the PVA down, and I'm going to put it across here. Stick it down, and then more PVA on top, because you want it down nice and firmly so it's not going to move around on you. And keep plenty of glue on top till it's nice and firm. And when you've that down, then take your string and cut smaller pieces, like say this size, like that, just little long pieces, and that's your little stitches going across. So again, with your PVA, put some on your string and just stick them down, and you get the effective stitches. So do that the whole way along till you're happy enough with what you've got, and then do another just coating of PVA on top just to make sure it's really well stuck down. So when you've done that, the next step, and that's completely dry of course, the next step is to paint it. So I've just using some of this acrylic paints, the same kind of paints we used in the last workshop, which are available in your craft shops. So again, if you want to do it like this browny sort of leathery, so I use browns and reds and yellows and a bit of black to create this kind of look. But if you want like an old leather, just go for the brownish, sort of orangey brownish colour. But if you want to go for more like the dead kind of skin looking, a bit of brown, paint it over your tissue paper, mix in a little bit of yellow as you go along. You can't go wrong with this, so don't worry about mixing the paint directly on. And as I say, I took a little bit of red as well, just mix it more gory and bloody looking. And even a little bit of white if you want to tap a little bit of white in to brighten it up. Make sure you get into all your grooves of all your creases for your skin-like scaly skin that you've created here with your tissue paper. And then just the same, when your stitches are dry, you're able to just paint straight over the top of those, and then with a lighter colour, maybe a whiter yellow, just to top it over the top just to make them stand out, as you can see here a little bit more against the darker. I just put a little bit of white over the top and a little bit of dabs of red to look like blood. When you've done that, and this is completely dry, you move on to the next step, which is basically sticking on your little insects and things. Now I put on spiders. Again, you buy these in little packs cheaply in the pound shops, and you probably have some lying around from Halloween's before anyway, so I know I do, so you can even just take a few that you've got. I also bought these little snakes too that you can get as well, but as I say, anything will do. It doesn't have to be spiders and snakes, it could be any kind of horrible creepy crawly things. So what I done was just PVA, or if you have a glue gun, it just makes the process quicker, just a little dab of glue and stick it down, or any other kind of stronger glue. PVA will hold it, but you're better using something just a little bit stronger if you have it. And just stick those down anywhere in the book that you want to, and it adds a great effect, but make sure it's dry before you do that, otherwise you're just going to get everything covered in paint. Now, if you want to put the eyeball on, what I did was I just used a piece of cardboard, just an ordinary piece of card. It can be from a pizza box or a tissue box or anything that you've got lying around the home, even cereal box. And just take a piece of the card, and what you want to create is just a socket for the eye to sit in, so it's not going to roll off the book. You can't just glue it down. So I just cut two shapes like these, just a half moon kind of shape like this. And that just goes over the bottom of your eye and over the top of your eye. So when you fit your eye onto your book, you can just cover it like this, and that'll glue down and hold it in place. Now I bought these eyes because they light up, as you can see. They're a little bit big, but it works really well when it lights up. But you don't have to use those ones. These ones, you can buy bags of these again for about £1 in the shops, or you probably have some lying around from Halloween's before. And these are just as good, and they look just as good. You can put that down, and again, just create your socket around it, stick it down with tape, and then just paint over the top of it to match your book. And it'll hold in place nice and firmly. And I just stuck a spider here on top and a snake underneath. So once you've done that and it's all dried, you can use it. Make sure you do the back, of course, as well as the front, so you've got the whole book. And then, as I say, this is a diary, so it can be used for the rest of the year, or put your spells, your recipes, or just give it as a Halloween gift. It's actually be good as a spooky Halloween present for someone. So enjoy making, have fun, and happy Halloween.